Hello children, now you are watching the fifth video of the chapter list. We moved on with the functions. We moved on with the functions of list, and we learned the first three major functions which will help us to add, append, and extend the list. So we learned append function, extend function, and insert function. It is in insert function we had two arguments. Now it's time to see the next section, that is how to delete. Now I'll take the same sample program here and I will start deletion. Okay. Now during this process, after explaining the three functions under that functions or deletion section, I will be also introducing a command which does somewhat the same. Okay, so that goes hand in hand, even though in the note it will be dealt or written separately. So the function is called clear. Now if I write L2 dot clear, so it is L2 we are trying to clear, and then if I write print L2, remember from the memory the elements in L2 is removed, but the empty list will be still existing. There was an extra I, so I have to remove that, which I didn't see. So let me remove my extra I, and then there is your empty list. So understand that clear function does not take any argument. It just clears the entire list from entire list element from that, but the list still remains. Now we have the next function L2 itself, we can say. So we can comment this, so that, or we can take the other one, which one, our L1, depending upon what you want. If I write the next command, that is our remove. Remember, I cannot put remove without any argument. Let's try and then we will correct it. So this is with L1, so I have to give L1 and then I'm trying to print it. See, remove takes exactly one argument. That means clear does not require any arguments, but remove requires it. That means I need to write here remove, give any of the particular value, and see now what happens. Remove 23 I am giving. Okay, so that 23 which was there is right now removed. It's 45, 12, 78, 90, 33 removed. Printed, and 23 is removed. Suppose if you have the command and if I write here 9, which is not there in the list, and if I again run the same, it's saying it cannot remove x. X is that particular 9 over there. See, x not in the list. That means a list which contains a set of values, and if you try to remove a value which is not there, definitely error will come. So you need to give only the value which is existing. Let's try one more, that is 78, and 78 is existing, so that will be removed. So that means I can use here arguments and remove it. I am trying to give 90. Now let's try with clear with value, because we didn't mention about that, isn't it? Let's see 1 and then try. See, clear takes no argument. So keep this in mind when they ask for the difference. That is, clear does not have any arguments, whereas remove takes the value and that particular value is been removed from the memory. So here we are with our functions, where we already finished this. Then we finish this clear. Clear removes all elements from the list. Empty list remains, no arguments required. Removes the element. Removes the element specified in the argument. An argument is mandatory, and the next one is a little bit different from both this. So we will see, that is pop. So we will do pop. So I will again comment these two. Let these two be commented, and then comes with L1. L1 only I am going to do it. So if I write L1 dot pop and then I write same print L1, let the other be there. you can see what is removed now. See, 23, 48, sorry, 45, 12, 78, 90, 33 was the values, and the last element 33 is automatically removed when I give pop. So pop automatically takes the last element if no argument is given, no value is given. Imagine I'm giving a value now. Next time when I run the program, I am giving here 12 and then I am running. It again saying pop index out of range. So what will happen, or what is that you understood? It is not taking the value, it is taking indexes or indices, the locations. Remove takes the value, pop takes the location. If I write like 0, 1, 2, 3 like that, there is location. So if I write here pop 3, it will remove the element from the third location. See, 23 was in 0th location, 45 in 1st location, 12 in the 2nd location, 78 was there in the 3rd location, and 78 is removed or taken off. So how many functions under clearing section or deleting section? You have clear, which takes no argument, clears the entire list, empty list remains, remove removes that particular value given in the list. If value is not there and still you give a value which is not there in the list, error will come, takes only one argument. Pop may or may not take an argument. If no argument is given, automatically deletes the last value from the location, the last location. If anything has to be given as argument, that should be an index, not the value. If I give here -2 and then run the same, so it was 90, it was in -2's location, 33 was in -1, 90 was in -2, that got removed. See, so negative indexing and positive indexing is possible, just like we returned or we tried in index, just like we tried in our other functions of your adding the list. Okay, no, so index is coming only, the index is not yet learned, that is why I just correct it. So pop also improvises with your negative arguments. Positive argument is also applied. Now imagine I am going to give a value 9, that is not there, 0th location, 1st location, again the error will come. See, index out of range. So only if such an index is there, we can do it. So we actually finished. Let me just put 0 means that 23 will go. So among the functions which we learned, see, extend, insert also you have to divide, specify the position, and in pop also you have to specify the position, but don't compare extend, insert, append with clear, remove, pop. Do it like this. You compare with extend, insert, append to each other, then clear, remove, pop to each other. So it's easy for us to remember. So the way I told regarding the pop takes may or may not be given argument, that way you can learn. And if argument is given, then remove the last element from the list. If argument is given, otherwise removes the list element whose location is given as argument. So this much is over. Now comes with different styles of function. It is not having any category. There is copy, there is count, there is index. Then again more are there. So we will see copy now. As the name indicates, I hope you have already taken down this when we explained. Otherwise I'm commenting and keeping, so I can keep it ready. I can also comment this because I don't require it. Let's take this way, L3, a new list, okay, equal to L1 dot copy. So as the name indicates, copy function creates a new copy of the existing list L1 and stores to L3. So if I run the program now, this is the answer. L1 also has the same set of values, L3 also has the same set of values. So copy, that's the same thing. Now you have the next function, nothing more to explain there, so I'm just going with the next function, that is your count. So for that I need to just make sure that I have at least 2 or 3 elements of the same number. See, 23 is there, 12 is there. Let's add 12 once again so I can show you that. Alright, so this returns what? L1.copy returns a list. Now see what I'm going to show you. I will be just giving, FRE, free. And then I am writing L1 or L2 or L3. Anywhere, anyone you can use. I am using L1. L1 dot, I am writing count, and in the bracket, I don't know whether you saw what happened when I just pressed out dot and then I kept for a long time. You can see right now the functions which we just learned is coming there. So if you cannot remember the function name, you can just keep it for a while and see the kind of function. Extend we learn, append we learn, clear we learn, copy we learn. Now we are learning count, so we can start using count. So what is left out also you can actually find out from here. So Python gives such a option to remember the commands without even by hearting, but how to use and what are the arguments you should write, because only that is given. See, now I can open it and I can give a value there. See the value. If I am giving the value as 12 and then I am printing FRE, some people might have already guessed what is happening. FRE is a variable which will right now get the number of occurrences of the value 12. 3 times 12 is present in that, isn't it? So 3 times it will be printed. So keep it in mind. What is count doing? Count prints or returns. It prints means I can directly give print also. This time I gave it in FRE. Instead of this, I can give it in here directly. So it returns what? Let me comment FRE. So FRE was a variable. Right now I'm giving the same things again 3k. So count returns an integer value. What is the integer value there? It is actually returning the number of occurrences of that particular argument. That should be a number present. Now imagine I'm giving something which is not there. This is not there, right? So it will give you 0 only. No error should come because such 555 is a number which is not existing in the list. So definitely it should give you, that 0. So understand when and where the error and all is coming by trying it out by yourself. Trying it out by yourself is very important. So count is also fixed here. So count keeps a track of the occurrences. Now comes index. So let me just comment this. Copy, let it be there. No issue will come. Alright, I'll press home and I'll just make it down. Now we have your index. Now imagine what is going to happen. Index, as the name indicates, it is going to give you the index, isn't it? So again I can return that into a variable. Say for example, if I write pos is equal to L1 dot index, and if I write say 23 is occurring in two places. In the first place is the 0th location as well as in the somewhere in the end, that's in second last location. But this index will give you the index of the first found 23. So obviously the answer of pos is going to be 0, because 0, it is in the 0th location 23 is existing. Suppose I am giving here 12 and 12 is first found where in 0 1 2 second location, correct? So it is going to give you 2. So what is index giving? Index returns an integer value which will be the position of the given argument. What is the other one? Count. Again it can also return an integer value that is going to be giving the number of occurrences of the given argument. Copy does not take any argument. Copies creates a duplicate copy. So 3 new functions are coming. So let me just check whether the time is limited or not, because I can just finish off. Yes, it's not that much. It's only 14 minutes. So I can have 2 more functions in your handout. I can deliver that explanation also in the same video. Let's move on, and then we are going to comment this index. Remember what is index doing? Returns the index location. I should be commenting this also. Copy be let copy be there. Now comes reverse. That means if I write print, first print, okay, L1 dot reverse, and then I run the command, it will show the reverse of what is there in L1. I think I made a mistake. It's showing none. So it should be actually written like this and then printed, if I'm not wrong. See, that is the thing. It is not returning a list to another and also print won't happen. It only activates it. The other one and all can be stored and directly printed. So reverse doesn't do that. So it's one way good that I tried with print and shown you. It is going to give you a none value because it is not storing a single value. It is just reversing the existing value. So the way we did append, extend, that cannot be printed. That can only do the task of adding a new list. Just like that, reverse also can do the task of reversing the list. Existing list contained 23, 45, 12, etc. It just got reversed, and now you got 33 started, then 23, 12, 90, and so on. It's easy to identify because it is already given there. See, two times L1 and L3 is printed same value. Then I reversed L1. Let's try by putting this in another variable L4 equal to and trying to put L4 here. That should work. That also didn't work. So only the one way is that we can do is just making that as your, try that with your same list, not to store it in anywhere in the list. So this is a try and error. I just tried and showed because reverse was just explained that it just reverses. So which all methods are there? Only one method, that is the existing list can be shown in the reverse manner. Now the list will be always printed in the reverse order. Now you have the last one, that is sort. So let me come in my reverse and let me move on to my sort. Dot sort. I should be sorting like this. And then if I print L1, it should sort and show you the answer. See, it sorted 12, 12, 12, 23, 23, 33, 45, 78. So that also does not going to be printed because just like reverse is just an action. So it should be done first and then printed. It can be done in the same list itself. Now what if I wanted to store it in the reverse, in the sense the descending order? It came in the ascending order, see. So for that there is a argument where you have to write reverse equal to true. And see, that's it. So how many functions? First, of course, you will learn your corresponding commands. That is your clear, then remove, then pop. That's what popping, removing, clearing. We know that. We are not going to finish it off because the time is running and I have to cut short this video. Then we learned your corresponding copy, which copies a new list. Then we learned count, which counts the number of occurrences. Then we learned index, which gives you the index. Then we learned reverse, which reverses the list. Then we learned sort, which sorts your existing list. Now, as I told earlier, there is a particular command which can do somewhat the job of our clear. So for that, I'm just deleting all these things. We will be anyway writing the notes now. So suppose if anybody didn't take down this, only the people who want will take down. So here comes that particular function which I told. Not function, the command which I told. If I write here del L1, no semicolon, nothing, and then if I try to print L1, it will be error. Because now del L1 is removed or deleted entirely from the memory. There is nothing like what we did with clear where empty list remains. So del L1 removes the entire list. The continuation of this will come in the coming next video when we finish all other function. So just because now I showed you clear, I'm showing the del also. Del has more experiments also, so which will come in the coming video. So thank you very much. Del and clear does the same thing. The difference is that del will remove the list itself from the memory. Clear will remove the elements from the list. List still remains. So thank you very much.